as they continue to deliberate some of the more difficult choices in this budget.
Okay, one last comment. Don't you think that the safety of the community and the staffing of our fire and police and for the security of the community, don't you think that's more important than some of these waterfront projects that they're talking about?
They're trying to paint a picture saying that we're not going to shut the station down, we're not going to take everyone out. However, they are taking a vital piece of equipment out of a station that's much needed for this city. True, the truck will be staying here, but the truck company only provides rescue capabilities. They have tools and they have ladders. They don't have water on the truck. The engine, however, has complements of ladders and tools, but they have the main ingredient, which is water, and that was what put fires out.
Not only that, the city manager proposed to take an emergency medical team away from us, as well as the fire marshals. The reason? Because rather than keep in the current budget 10 firefighter positions that are needed to staff a new station opening up across town, that's number 210, he now plans to cut the fire safety budget and staff the new station and its brand new fire engine with firefighters taken from our station.
Our fire marshals, their jobs are on the line. We have 3 of those that are buried in the budget that they're scheduled to lose their job July 1st also.
In the budget, there's money for the city manager and the city attorney to get a raise, right? Yes. So he's not too upset about the budget.
Population density and demands for emergency services shift over time. No matter the direction you came from to get here today, you passed hundreds of housing units that will be coming online in the next year. And that's part of Alexandria's aggressive development program.
And they kept telling people that this is a truck here, which most people, the common people, don't understand the truck. Well, that ladder truck does not carry water. And in the sense of safety, minutes count for water, getting water on the fire.
One of our more talked about recommendations is the transfer of engine 204, not the fire station itself, but the transfer of the equipment and personnel on engine 204 from Powhatan Park to operate at the new fire station on Eisenhower Avenue.
True, the truck will be staying here, but the truck company only provides rescue capabilities. They have tools and they have ladders. They don't have water on the truck. The engine, however, has complements of ladders and tools, but they have the main ingredient, which is water, and that was what put fires out.
I want to explain why it's so important that the city does not take away our engine here at 204. It is the only water engine here at 204, and by taking away the engine with water on it, you are crippling this station. You are not allowing the citizens who are served by this fire engine to have speedy response times like they have right now. The issue here that's so important for citizens and our city council and mayor to understand is that 201 right here, our engine here, is the fire engine that's responsible for the fire boat. There are 8 fire engines across the city, and with this boat out of action here at 201 on the river, they will not be able to adequately save the citizens here in the district of 204 because they'll be on the river. So who do you have left? 205. But the issue with 205 is they might be in Fairfax, they might be in Arlington because of mutual aid with neighboring jurisdictions. And so who do you have here in Old Town, Rosemont, and Delray in our neighboring communities? You won't have anybody.
If your fire department is doing something in my neighborhood, that means they can't get to you. I said, so it affects all of us. It's not just because it's in my backyard.
As I look at some of this, I think of my own household budget. You said twice that we've had 7 years of financial challenges. If I had 7 years of financial challenges, I wouldn't be spending money on things that aren't absolutely necessary.
All the money to make bike lanes, and lights wrapped around trees. Now, I understand that the city has stopped paying for that, but how ridiculous to pay for lights that make our trees look like cacti. Up until recently, from what I understand, the city's been paying for it, and it's been thousands of dollars. Not sure why everybody thought that was a good idea. This is not Disneyland. This is Old Town Alexandria. The way the city is running, and I think that it's mismanaged poorly. I'm hanging these signs out so that I hope everybody in the city sees what's going on. I'm not sure everybody knows that the city's trying to do away with one whole fire truck in the Virginia Village section of Alexandria. So hopefully they'll call City Hall and let them know that we need our essential services with the amount of taxes that we're paying. We deserve it. So I'm going to hang these outside of my small business. But I think every voice that's heard can save it. I can't save it on my own. But we all got to do what we can, no matter how little it is, for them to understand. That the people of Alexandria aren't happy.
Yes, thank you for doing that. I live in that area and we're very concerned.
So do I.
Yes.
Well, thank you. Have you contacted City Hall?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I have, and our neighborhood will.
Well, all neighborhoods should, because it's going to affect all of us.
I don't understand the rationale.
I don't understand how you can charge the high taxes and then not want to give the services. I don't understand how you can develop every inch of land. We've got 900 more townhouses over there, and tell us we're not going to provide the fire service. I don't understand. It would cost them 2-point-something million to continue to have the fire station. But they can spend $5 million on the boat club. So.
Well, that tells you something, doesn't it?
Yeah, luxuries over services. It was very nice talking to you.
We have been told that response times will increase from as little as 20 seconds to delays of several additional minutes. It doesn't take into account the growing future need for firefighters and equipment on this side of town due to all the new construction that is taking place and that will take place. You need only walk around here to see all the new buildings going up, and a lot of people and businesses are going to be needing fire support in those buildings.
In 1993, I was out of town for the night, and my mother was taking care of my daughter. And I had just left that morning, and I was down in Richmond, and I just had this funny feeling I wanted to check on my daughter, Clara. And so I couldn't locate my mother. The phone kept ringing and ringing, and then I thought, well, maybe they're still at my house. So I called my house, and the firefighter answered the phone, and he said, "We're trying to save your house."
Fire engine response times in this part of the city will be delayed, and in a fire or medical emergency, seconds count. The study also doesn't take into account the low water pressure that's in the fire hydrants in this area. Many of you may not know that. We've got low water pressure here, and these trucks got to work harder, and it takes them longer to pump water out of those low capacity hydrants.
It's disheartening that our city forces us to fight them. And they're arrogant enough not to care what we think.
The city shouldn't balance its budget by taking away firefighters and equipment from some of its citizens. Instead, when the council chooses to spend millions and millions of dollars buying new engines and building new stations.
But not that many years ago, they tore down the old fire station and built a new one with taxpayer money. Now they want to vacate that, except for a ladder truck? Who's looking at the big picture? It's very challenging to run a business and have a home and have to fight City Hall. The way the city's going, the decisions that are being made, the taxes keep going up, quality of the city seems to go down. There's not the respect for what Old Town Alexandria actually is. And the city manager, the gall for him to get a 6% pay raise in the midst of all of these cuts, and for it to take him almost to $300,000 a year. It's insanity. And who's agreeing to this? City managers and his 3 assistants ought to be taking pay cuts.
East side of Alexandria are being asked to swallow reduced emergency services that put us at increased risk in order to compensate for poor city planning. We've been told not to worry about moving Engine 204. Your closely confined, old and historic houses aren't in as much need as the newer housing stock on Eisenhower Avenue.
For an individual to organize an event, but that's more of a group event. So that was more of a